Good evening. I hope that everyone is enjoying this wonderful holiday season of giving and sharing. And I'm certainly enjoying this day off with my son, who has a little bit of time off from school. So I figured we'd spend some time together, which is really a wonderful thing to do. These moments I definitely value especially as a single parent. I value them deeply. But I figured I would take some time while he's resting. He had a long holiday season, so he's back home now, but he's resting a little bit. And I said, I'm going to take some time out to deliver a message to people who listen to this channel. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. I do hope you're enjoying your time with your loved ones. The message I have for you today is people are not perfect, but love is. I know that sounds revelatory. That sounds incredible. I know that's going to revolutionize your life in its simplicity, because we get caught up so many times, especially during a season. We come around family members we may not have seen in a while, loved ones, and you get around them, and you can only be around them for so long before they start getting on your nerves, or before you start getting that itch that it's time for you to go. But I want to encourage you to remember that, especially as we enter into this new year, 2014, that it's important that you remember that people are not going to be perfect. It is important that you have high standards, high values, that you expect the best of yourself and you expect the best of people around you. It is essential that you do that. But at the same time, remember that people are going to make mistakes. Not everyone's going to agree with you on every issue, on every subject. And so you want to remember that the overriding factor that builds your relationship with people is the fact that you love them, and hopefully they love you, and not get caught up in so much in politics and all of this debating and things that tend to happen during family gatherings during the holiday season. Be focused on the fact that you love each other, and that is the most important issue. In every relationship, there are ups and there are downs. There's good and there's bad, and it's a balancing act. And so you need to remember these things when you are dealing with people, your loved ones, your friends. Be careful not to become judgmental. Be careful not to down people and to degrade them and to make them feel as if they don't belong, as if they have no value in life. Everyone has value. This is something that I deeply believe as a believer, as a human being. Everyone has value. Everyone has great value. They may not have discovered that value within themselves, but everyone has value. And what you want to do is you want to encourage them. When they make mistakes, don't beat them up for those mistakes. Don't go and say, I told you so. I told you this was going to happen. I told you that was going to happen. That's the wrong way to do things. I guarantee you, when you approach people that way, you're going to lose them. They're not going to feel as if they can trust you. They're not going to feel as if they can go to you when they have problems or when they have issues. What you really want to do is sit down with them and be loving and help to guide them in the right direction. Don't make them feel like their life is completely over and they have no chance in the world of ever having any type of recovery. I know within my own life, it was so important that I had people around me who were encouraging and caring and who said, you know what, yes, you made a mistake, but tomorrow is a brand new day. And you have an opportunity to do something great, to do something fantastic. And so that's something that you really need to remember. So I want to encourage you to think about that going into the new year, as we're making all these New Year's resolutions and everything else is going on, and as we're spending time with our family members. Remember that people are not, they're just not perfect. I mean, that's revelation right there, and you need to grab hold of that, because sometimes we expect people to be something that we're not, and none of us are perfect. Only thing is perfect is love, and that comes from God, and that's something He's placed inside of all of us. And what we need to do is we need to tap into that. We need to tap into that love that He's placed in us and share it with other people. Because the truth is, All the gifts that are given, all the clothes you wear, all the cars you drive, the shoes you have on your feet mean nothing. You can't take them with you to the other side. But it's the love that you have inside of you, the love that you have shared with other people. That's what lasts forever. That's what they keep with them. That goes for generations and generations. It doesn't end when you are buried 6 feet below. It continues through time. So I want to encourage you to remember that. Don't get stuck on trying to get people to be perfect. And don't get stuck on trying to be perfect yourself. You have flaws. And you know what? It's okay to have flaws. We are all continuously working on being better people and going beyond the flaws that we have. But I know I'm not perfect. And you know what? I'm not afraid to say I'm not perfect. And for those of you who are attempting to be perfect or think you can be perfect, you're never going to get there in this lifetime, certainly. You're going to make mistakes, and that's okay. But surround yourself with people who are going to lift you up, who are going to celebrate you, who are going to say, you know what, you can make it. I know you messed up, but you can make it. And be willing to take responsibility for those mistakes. That's important. Take responsibility and say, you know what, I made a mistake, but I'm going to do better and I'm going to move on. And surround yourself with people who are not going to be judgmental or cruel or rub your face in it, rub your nose in it, and tell you what a horrible job you did. Have people around you who are going to lift you up and encourage you, and who can mentor you and guide you in the right direction. And so this is a shorter message, obviously, than the last broadcast, but I thought it was just so important because there are so many friends of mine and loved ones who, you know, every time they get around certain people, I just can't stand them. They get on my last nerve. I can only go so far. I can only spend so much time with them before they drive me insane. And I want you to remember that people are not perfect. Even in marriages, husbands and wives, there's no perfection. There is no perfect marriage. It doesn't exist. But what you have to understand is your love is the dominant force that keeps you together, that keeps you moving forward, that keeps you forgiving, that keeps you growing, that keeps you earning those, I call it points, love points in the bank that you can cash in later on. So I want you to remember that. Don't expect people to be perfect during this season or in any season, and carry that message with you into this new and coming year. And I guarantee you, you'll be less frustrated with people. You'll expect, you know what? People are going to mess up. They're going to make mistakes, and that's perfectly okay. That's not going to ruin your day. That's not going to destroy your life. Thank you so much for joining me on this broadcast. I want to wish you all the happiest of holidays. Hopefully I'll get an opportunity to deliver another message before we get into the new year. But just keep your head up. Be excited about life. Be excited about people. Just give life all you have. Support the people around you. Love them with everything you have. Don't be afraid to love them. Even when you're disappointed, don't be afraid to love them. Because in the end, that's all you have. That's all you can take with you. God bless you. I appreciate you, each and every one of you. If I don't get to speak with you again, Happy New Year. Whatever I do, continue to take that message with you. People aren't perfect, but love is. God bless you. I'll speak with you soon.